Good morning, students. Let me start on another topic of the revision. We revise sexual reproduction in flowering plants. In previous lecture, we already discussed about the male reproductive part of flower. And in this lecture, we will discuss the female reproductive part of flower. As you all know, female reproductive part of the flower is called as the pistil. It is also known as gynoecium and carpel. Carpel are of two types. One is syncarpus, another one is apocarpus. Revise the example of syncarpus and apocarpus from your NCERT. If we discuss about the female reproductive part of the flower, it is shown like this. In this there are three parts. The uppermost part is called as the stigma. Stigma is also known as landing platform for pollen grain. Second one is our style, and third is the ovary. Ovary is sac-like bulge out portion sac-like bulge out portion in which ovules are present. There are many ovules present inside the ovary, and after the sexual reproduction, these ovules will change into the seed, as you all know. Here we will discuss about the diagram of the ovule. In our NCERT, we will discuss the diagram of anatropous ovule. Firstly, we have to make the structure of the anatropous ovule. So for that, in the anatropous ovule, there are two outer protective compartments named as the integument. This one is our outer integument, and this one is our inner integument. Ovule has two parts. This part is known as the chalazial end, and this part is known as the micropyle end. This structure is called as funicle. Funicle help the placenta to attach to the ovary. After this is known as nucellus. This is not nucleus, this is nucellus. In the nucellus, there is megaspore mother cell is present. Megaspore mother cell. Don't make different type of the cell in the anatropous ovule when the examiner give you the diagrammatic representation of the anatropous ovule. If you are making the cells in the anatropous ovule, this will shown you are making the diagram of the embryo sac. Practice this diagram. This is very easy. Outer integument, inner integument. This one is nucellus. This is a funicle. One labeling I missed, that is hilum. Funicle is attached to the placenta. In the nucellus, there is a mass of the cell present which will divide and form the megaspore. This is known as the megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell. Student, please revise it that the megaspore mother cell is diploid in nature. This is diploid in nature. So, the cell of the nucleus is also diploid in nature. But if someone says the female reproductive structure, in the female reproductive structure, female gamete, that is ovule, is haploid. So ovule is haploid, but in the ovule there is megaspore mother cell and the nucellus, which are diploid in nature. Clear? After this, we will discuss the structure of the embryo sac also. Structure of the embryo sac. Firstly, we will discuss how embryo sac is formed. Then, there is a cell present in the nucellus is known as megaspore mother cell. मेगास्पोर मदर सेल, बहुत अच्छे से रिवाइज करिएगा इसको, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये. मेगास्पोर मदर सेल डिप्लॉयड होती है. सो देयर इज अ म्योसिस. म्योसिस के बाद डिप्लॉयड से हैप्लॉयड गैमेट्स बनते हैं और 4 गैमेट बनते हैं हैप्लॉयड. आप लोगों को पता है म्योसिस होने के बाद यहाँ से 1 से 4 सेल्स फॉर्म होती हैं. और क्योंकि म्योसिस एक रिडक्शनल डिवीज़न है, तो यहाँ पे क्रोमोसोम नंबर हाफ हो जाते हैं. तो 4 सेल बन गए. इन चारों को हम बोलते हैं, ये चारों क्या बने हैं? मेगास्पोर. इन 4 में से 3 मेगास्पोर डीजनरेट हो जाते हैं और कोई एक मेगास्पोर बचता है जिसे हम कहते हैं फंक्शनल मेगास्पोर. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम रिवाइज करेंगे कि कैसे फंक्शनल मेगास्पोर आगे जाकर के कंप्लीट एम्ब्रियो सैक बनाता है. ठीक है, उसके लिए आपको क्या करना है, आप अपनी एनसीईआरटी रिवाइज करें और अपनी नोटबुक से नोट्स को अच्छे से रिवाइज करके जो जो आपको असाइनमेंट्स प्रोवाइड किए गए हैं उन असाइनमेंट्स में से 2 क्वेश्चंस इस टॉपिक के हैं, तो वो दोनों क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करके अपनी नोटबुक में लिखिए. ओके, थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स.